do things that make you scared or nervous. And I'm telling you, if you do this every day, you're going to fast track yourself. If you have no energy, it's because you're not doing the things that make you feel scared or nervous to grow into the person that you want to become. Hey everyone, welcome back to the show. It's time for another quickie because there's always time to fit in inspiration. And you guys, just like you're fitting this in, I am fitting in this podcast no matter what. I am on the road again. I think it's hilarious that last time I talked to you, I was in the car. And then I think the other time that I talked to you, we were on the road or in the car as well. And I just hope that this is showing you that no matter what you want to do, there are pockets of time and things that you can fit in that you wouldn't even imagine you can normally fit in. And the more that you realize this and the more that you just make it happen, the more that there's less resistance around it. I don't sit here and dread it anymore where I'm like, oh my gosh, I have this huge to-do list and I'm traveling. I can't believe I have all this to do. I'm just like, okay, get it done. And no matter where you are, you're going to be able to find some sort of spot to get the work done that you need to do. And I know that we just talked about that last week about the time that you allocate to something, you'll fill it, right? So if you give yourself an hour, you're going to use that whole hour to get that task done. If you give yourself 2 weeks, you're going to take that same thing that could have maybe been done in an hour or 2 hours, and you're going to let it stretch out to fill the box that you have given it. So today I want to chat with you about, do you have no energy? Are you lacking energy, or are you just bored? So I've been thinking about this a lot in my life because lately I haven't felt bored. I haven't felt a lack of energy. And so whenever I notice different shifts in my life, I'm like, what am I doing that is different? Like, let's continue to do this. And Chris and I always say, are you bored? Like when we think about it, are you bored or are you just boring? Meaning, are you bored with your life or are you just the actual problem, not doing the things that make you happy? So I wrote down 5 things that I've noticed in my life that are giving me energy, that have really changed up in my life to make me feel a lot more energy. And I hope that these help you. Number 1 is simple. Just do more things that you like doing. And I know this sounds crazy, but the things that we like doing are typically the things that we don't prioritize. And some of you might be like, well, I like walking and I like working out. Yes, we like those things, but they're not necessarily the things that we change up and bring us ultimate joy. So look at your life in terms of things that you like doing, or things that make you feel good and your daily routine, but also things that you like doing that you don't typically do. So maybe instead of thinking that you have to do this every single week because that can be overwhelming at first, can you schedule with yourself, with your partner, with friends, with your family, one thing a month? And I know I say it all the time, but if it's not in your calendar, it is not happening. So get one thing a month to start that you actually like doing, that you're looking forward to. These are specifically things that you're looking forward to that you know you're going to end up enjoying. For example, for me, I wrote out a bucket list recently. And on that bucket list, we just met somebody who plays polo. I've been wanting to ride horses. I've been wanting to run on horses. And I've been wanting to do something super new, super unique. And I met someone at a party who plays polo and said, hey, do you want to take a polo lesson? I immediately said yes. I didn't let myself get in my head and be like, oh my gosh, that sounds scary. Like riding on horses while playing a game. That's really crazy. Why don't we just start riding the horse first? I was like, yes, because I want to do more things that are new and unique and something that I love, which was riding the horse. So I scheduled in a polo lesson. If I like it, I'm going to do this more frequently. This is definitely something that I'm looking forward to. This is definitely something that is so far out of my comfort zone. But I noticed that even having it coming up, I'm like so excited. And the other thing about doing more things that you like doing, especially new things, is you're going to be more interesting. Like, I know that after this lesson, I'm going to have way more to talk about at dinners or in conversation with new people. Like, I can bring new info and energy into that conversation by trying new things. So can you guys see how just doing one thing can actually exponentially raise the energy in your life through the conversations and just everything? It affects everything. It ripples into everything. So number 2, I think that a lot of why we have no energy is that we actually just have so many expectations around how we're supposed to feel every single day. So number 2 is release expectations. Stop thinking that we're supposed to absolutely love the work that we're doing all day long. I really think that this is about perspective. There's so much that I do every day, even though it is my passion project, it's my life project, it's the business that I'm most passionate about, it's my dream job right now. But even when you're in your daydream, even when you're working in your passion, there is so much of the mundane and there's so much challenging that actually has to get done. So instead of thinking that you're just supposed to be in bliss all day, like, let that go and realize that there's a whole lot of things that you don't enjoy that are actually making the spots in your day where there is joy, where you are enjoying it, more joyful. So releasing the feeling that everything is supposed to be so great all the time and going into the challenges or going into the things that you don't love with more ease and joy and just being grateful to be able to do the things and have something to do. Number 3, do things that make you scared or nervous. And I'm telling you, if you do this every day, you're going to fast track yourself. But why does that have to do with energy and boredom? Because being nervous or feeling anxious is a higher elevated feeling than depression, you guys. Depression and boredom. So the other day I was speaking at an event, and right before I went on stage, I was talking to the guy who was helping me get on stage. He's amazing. And, he was directing me and telling me when to go out there. And I was telling him that I'm like, I always get nervous. Like, I had so much, just a rush of adrenaline and nerves. And I said, well, this sure beats being bored and depressed, doesn't it? And it was that reframe in that moment of, oh my gosh, being nervous or even having anxiety or being in fear is such a better feeling than not feeling alive, right? Than being bored and feeling like the Walking Dead. So if you want to feel something, which is what we're all after, we all just want to feel something. I'm telling you, if you have no energy, it's because you're not doing the things that make you feel scared or nervous to grow into the person that you want to become. So number 3, do things that make you feel scared or nervous. Let's move on to number 4. This one, you guys, this is everything. Try new things. Do a new workout. I know that you love doing the same thing every single day in the gym. I do too. I like knowing my routine, but go try a new workout. Go try a new restaurant. Read a different book than you normally read. If you are like stuck on self-development, you guys go read fiction. Go read something where you are like a biography. Go read a story. Go read a bestseller. Go to a new movie. Go do different things that you have not done before, because I really feel strongly that when you go and try these new things, you are going to get different perspective, and different perspective brings more energy and more interest, and you look at things from a different vantage point. That's what perspective is. Stepping somewhere else to see things that you did not see, which brings in new life, new energy, and new perspective. Again, this is going to ripple into all you do. If you create content, if you have relationships with people, this is going to elevate all of those things because you're bringing in new energy and new conversations. Number 5, this is our last one. Switch up your working environment and space. One of the biggest things I did for myself this last year was I went to a workspace instead of being at home where I knew exactly what I was getting, where I could be distracted by the same interruptions. I actually fit more work into a smaller container because I said I'm working in this workspace from here to here and I have to get these things done, and I couldn't go unload the dishwasher, and I couldn't go clean, and I couldn't get distracted, and I couldn't go talk to Chris or whoever was in my house. And this gave me so much energy, not only from getting more done, but also from being around the energy of other people. So I don't necessarily suggest going to like a lonely, quiet spot, meaning, yes, you can seek quiet within these spaces where there's more people, but I really believe that people around you are going to give you more energy as well, especially people doing the same thing, like getting back into a space where other people are ambitious and they have that desire to get work done. So I love a good workspace. I love a good hustling, bustling coffee shop. Put in your earbuds, get it done, you guys. So I hope that these have helped you. Are you bored or are you just leading the same boring life? I'm telling you, raise your energy by going and doing something new and getting around the energy. So I'm sending you guys so much love. One of the biggest things that you can do for me, if this podcast has given you any value, is to go rate, review, subscribe, but also just share this on your stories with the link. Share it with your friends. That would be so huge, you guys. And until next time, earn your happy. Bye, everyone.
Hey, do you know what the big secret is this year? And it shouldn't be a secret because this should be your biggest focus. It is building your community. I am always working on building and nurturing my community, and everyone is talking about the power of community. Without an online community, you just cannot grow organically or create a real movement, which is what I know that we're all after. And you can build trust or monetize your audience. When you get community right, not only does your audience grow faster, but so do your sales. But where's everybody going to be managing their communities these days? And a lot of online entrepreneurs and thought leaders are turning to Circle.so. Circle is an all-in-one community platform. It lets you host content and create discussions, live streams, group chats, and memberships all under your own brand. And what's so cool about Circle.so is that you don't even need a website or Facebook group. Instead, Circle lets you build your own community site where you can host content and manage your members. You can even create locked and unlocked content spaces, groups, and classes. How freaking cool is that? You can put your content behind a paywall too, and you can charge different amounts of money for different spaces on your community site. Circle.so is famously easy to use, and it has a free 14-day trial for you, so you can go check it out, see if you like it, see if you love all the options. Just go to Circle.so. Go check it out right now, you guys. Imagine being able to manage your community, start group chats and live classes, and accept payments all in one place. Kind of mind-blowing since this is usually spread all over the place. You have to log into so many different things. If this is the year to capture, organize, and monetize your community, head over to Circle.so. You can get a free trial and start building your online community right now. Just go to Circle.so. You guys, you get the 14-day free trial. So just go and see if it's for you. It's going to streamline everything and make your life so much easier. It's so freaking cool.
Hey all, I'm so excited to share with you, Earn Your Happy is now part of Growth Day Podcast Network. A bunch of us are coming together to bring more growth to the world and support shows and brands that we truly believe in. And one of my friends is also on the network, and I'd love for you to go subscribe to his show. You guys, Trent Shelton has the most incredible podcast. It's called Straight Up with Trent Shelton, and it's going to remind you that you are built for this. I have heard Trent speak in person multiple times. I've listened to his podcast a ton. He's coming on the show, and I literally cannot wait because this man just spits straight fire. It is like truth that goes to your core and makes you take action right away. If you want one of those podcasts that when you're just out on a walk, you can't help but want to start running and run through a wall in your life, this is the show to go listen to. So you guys, make sure that you go subscribe to the show Straight Up with Trent Shelton. You're going to love it.